Hey everyone, we are here today with a 2010 Mazda 3 and I'm going to show you how you can repair your driver's window auto up, auto down switch without replacing the entire board. I had this problem a few weeks ago, so I took this out and I was fully preparing to spend about $150 to replace it, but instead I took it apart and was able to clean the switch, and it's been about 2 weeks now and I've had zero problems. When I noticed this issue, it was taking me 3 or 4 tries to get the window to go up. Now I've already fixed this one and it's been working fine for a few weeks, so I figured I'd show everyone else how they can do this and save themselves some money. First thing we have to do is get this out of the car. There are a few ways to do this, everyone's got their own way, but I'm going to take this very tiny screwdriver, pop that up and create some space. Then we're going to get this nylon tool in here. Going to push down on that tab, and then after on that tab, and lift these both up. Now that we've got this piece removed, let's go take it to our bench and get it torn down. Let's start with taking the trim piece off. For that, you're going to need a Phillips number 2 screwdriver. You almost didn't have to take this off, but you do have to remove the lockout button, and it's pretty tough to remove without the trim out. Phillips number 1 screwdriver, get the one there and the one here. Okay. Don't mess with the mirror buttons. Nothing has to come apart. The pieces in here are plastic and very delicate, and there's no need to touch them. This has to come off though, and this just pulls off. Just grab it and pull up. Now we're going to separate this. There are 7 of these little clips. can also use playing cards along the two sides. Now with those all spread open, we should be able to lift this from the bottom here. There. This one's still stuck, so let's use a tiny screwdriver. Don't lift this facing down, or else all the pieces from this are going to fall out. Ask me how I know. Okay, we're down to the circuit board. These three traditional switches for the passenger window, rear driver side, rear passenger. This special one here is your auto up, auto down, two-stage or pressure sensitive switch, or whatever we call it. What you're going to need now is electrical contact cleaner. You should be able to get this for under $10. And what you want to do is you want to flood this here with contact cleaner. You can use a little more than I did just there because I've already done this, but I did use more when I originally did this repair. Then move it back and forth a little. You're going to want to let it dry out, which won't take very long. Give it a minute or two at best. And then what you need to do is you need to reset the switch to the center. And now you'll see on the board there's that white square there. You want the switch to be aligned exactly with that, or else when you go to put this in, it won't sit in the groove in there, and then your window switch won't work at all. So let's get this back. Centered perfectly. There we go. That's it there. Okay, we're going to take our board now and lower it in. Take this, clip it back in. We'll take our window lockout button, put that back on. And start with your number 1 screws. Before we put it back together, make sure everything feels good. Let's get the door trim. the 3 Phillips 2 screws back in. Okay, we're ready to go reinstall this back in the vehicle. Now before we declare victory and put this back in, you want to test everything to make sure all the functions in the switch work. I should mention you're probably going to need to reset your 2-stage switch at this point. So you're going to put your window up and hold the button when it reaches the top until you hear a click. You're going to be holding the button up, I should also mention, in the 2nd position for auto up. So now that we've done that, let's see if this works with the auto functions. It's good. And then going up. Good too. Mirror works. And the lockout works. Only one thing to do now. Let's set this back in. Might be a lot of glare, but that tab needs to go in the slot there. So push it up a little, and then that should sit there. Once it's sitting like that, you can start pressing down and clip it in. Maybe let's check it again for good measure. Alright, we're done. And that's how you fix your window switch on a 2010 to 2013 Mazda 3. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.